Hey guys, Fives here with a head shave today. I've already got the ice cube put on my head, and I am going to be using Murphy and McNeil Pisgah, and I've got it in a little sample right here, and a little splash matching. And this was courtesy of Adam, that's also on our channel, so thank you, Adam. I've got it lathered up here in the PAA leather bowl stainless steel with my Sawdust Creation um, brush with a Shoat bore knot that's half gelled. This is my first time using this scent by Murphy and McNeil, and I appreciate Adam for sending me this because I've been wanting to use it for a while. I'm hit or miss on Murphy and McNeil. I've had some scents that I absolutely love, and I've had some scents that did nothing for me. Their performance is always top notch, just like this is right here. I don't know what base this is in, but every base that I've tried by them has been good for me. Very good. And performance is never an issue. It's just, scent is so subjective. And I prefer a strongly scented soap. Medium to strong is fine. And some of the soaps that I've gotten from them have been very lightly scented. Some of them have been very strong. So it just hit or miss. But this one's a hit so far. The notes are, I'm just remembering off the top of my head. Before I go into that, I'm using a winning razor that I polished myself. And I put some little rubber rings on here just to help um, see if it helps with grip at all. Not that grip is that big of an issue with this, but when I polished it, it does make it a little bit more slippery. I've got a brand new Astra SP, which is the Super Platinum, Superior Platinum, or the Green Pack. Um, but the notes, the notes are cedarwood, leather, tobacco, lavender, bergamot. Um, did I say leather? A lot of notes. There's a bunch of them. There's like 12 of them. It's really well blended. I do get the tobacco and some leather. There's patchouli in here. I get some of the notes that stick out to me, but yeah, it's really well blended. I'm not, like you guys know, I'm not a connoisseur of scent description. I'm not very good at that. It either smells good to me or it does not smell good to me. But this smells good. And the reason why I was so interested in this, the scent notes, they're right up my alley in general, but I live in Georgia. And part of Georgia, North Georgia, has the Blue Ridge Mountains, which we visit quite often, several times a year. And the Pisgah Mountains are part of that, or connect to it, something. They're related to it. I think they're part of that. I think it's a section in it. And when I went to Asheville, North Carolina with my wife, Dana, we we went hiking every day with the dogs. And one of the trails that we did was at the Pisgah Mountain. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it other than how it looks. So it was kind of cool. And seeing this release was awesome, because when you have something that hits close to home in the wet shaving community, for me it doesn't happen often because I'm in Georgia and not much happens here in terms of wet shaving. Everything's generally in Phoenix or Colorado or California. So this was kind of cool. Performance top notch. plenty of slickness. But yeah, so I was glad to be able to try this. Thanks to Adam. He was kind enough to send me a sample tub. I generally like, and Adam knows this, that's why he sent it to me. Well, one of the reasons why he sent it to me, he said it's right up my alley. He knows I like woody, leathery, tobacco type scents. Generally a little bit darker type scents. Not that this is dark by any means, but woody, leathery tobacco. And this hits the mark for all of that. A little bit of, not necessarily green in terms of the overall scent, but there are some green notes in here. Vetiver's in here. But it's so well blended, you can't really pick it out. You can get little wafts of it, but it's really nice. It's very pleasant. I would definitely buy this set if I wasn't on buying restrictions that I've imposed on myself. The scent strength out of the tub, the sample tub that I had, was low, but once I lathered it up, it came alive. I would put it right at medium, about a 5.5, once lathered up. The razor's working well. The only downside, which I've said before in previous videos, is it's so mild. I really have to work. There's not really much efficiency to it. Alright. I'm going to try not to have a 30-minute long head shave. So definitely get some of that cedar wood and that leather and tobacco. I think those are the prominent notes for me. But everybody's nose is different. Very nice lather. The ease of use is very high in this. I don't have any issues lathering it, even with a gelled bore knot, which is more likely to eat some lathers. But I don't have any issue with it. Some people say they do with gelled natural hair brushes. And I did not use much product at all. I actually used about half as much as I normally use for product for my head shaves. Yeah, because I have so much stuff, I generally don't. I'm not too frugal when it comes to how much product I'm putting in the bowl. But since I do like the scent and I have a limited amount of it, again, super grateful for it. And if I wasn't on a buying restriction, I would buy my own tub. But I want to savor it, is my point. So that's why I used as little as possible, and there's still plenty of lather for multiple passes. Very nice. I am getting a little bit of that menthol cooling from the cube, so that's good. These low rubber rings are helping, and I like the contrast of the polish and the little black rings. Good little addition. This is a very nice head shaver and face shaver, but I prefer more efficiency for my face shaves. My head shaves, I do like efficiency because my hair is so coarse, but my skin also tends to be more sensitive on my head. With this, I can do a lot of buffing without any irritation. It's almost unusable in terms of how mild it is. It's crazy. If it were any milder, I would not be able to use this. I actually am pressing down when I'm shaving with this, and I can't cut myself with it, which tells you how mild it is. And you know what I found? You know, a lot of people talk about the drag issues that you get with this, and I've had some of that, and I don't really notice a difference between polished and not polished, to be honest, with this razor. But I found if I put a little bit of pressure on it, that it actually shaves a little bit smoother. I think the biggest factor is angles. With this razor is angles and how hydrated your lather is. The drier lather is going to increase the friction and drag regardless of what razor you're using. But especially with these kind of razors that are pretty bulky and have a lot of surface area, more surface area means more drag. And that's where you get that from, in my opinion, from what I've experienced personally. And because it is so mild, I can do a lot of buffing and kind of get a close shave without irritation. But my BBS doesn't last as long, which is fine, because I'm going to shave again eventually anyway. Add some more water. It definitely fills the room up with this scent. So it's not a lightly scented soap, but once you lather it, because I didn't really get much out of the tub. I think the last time I shaved my head, I used the Black One Saber, And that led to a little bit of irritation. But I'm having no issues here today with this, so that's good. That was only a couple of days ago, probably 2 days ago. I didn't cut myself at all, but just some irritation. I think it's the gem blades that just didn't work out for me with my head. Um, so my hair, I have cowlicks. So my hair grows in like this direction and this direction and like this direction, just all over the place. So I have to buff or shave in all different directions, which is the trouble for me, the issue, I should say. Because then you can lead to overshaving. I think if this razor had the same geometry and a little bit bigger blade gap, it would work better for me. Either a little bit more blade gap or a little bit more blade exposure. I can't even feel the blade. I can hear it cutting because it's right next to my ear. And I can feel a difference on my skin. But you don't get that feedback that I like. That blade feedback. But I can hear it. That feedback, that physical, tactile feedback of blade feel is what helps me know I'm getting a good close shave and reduces the likelihood that I'm going to overshave or cause any irritation. So let me know below. Have you used the winning razor? Have you used any Murphy and McNeil soaps? Especially this one? Pisgah or Pisgah? It's bad that I don't know because it's pretty local to me. But that's alright. I'm not a linguist. English is not my specialty. Yeah, I mean, it's a close shave and it's BBS on like 95% of my head. 98% of my head. But yeah, performance on this soap is awesome. Great slickness. Their customer service is outstanding. I got a soap one time that had almost no scent and it looked dry, so maybe it just sat out or something for a while. And I emailed them and they sent me a brand new one and told me to keep the first one that I got and do whatever I want with it. And no questions asked and all that stuff. So very good company to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off and I'll be back with the post. Alright, and I'm back. So after the shave, I rinsed off and used some Alum Block by PAA and no stinging at all. So very smooth shave. And I'm gonna finish off with the aftershave. So I'm just gonna, actually I'll just spray it straight to my head because it has a spray applicator. Oh yeah, and that actually smells fantastic. You get even more of the notes. Put a little bit in the back. You get even more of the notes with the splash that he put in a little spray bottle, which is nice. I get a lot of that woodiness, but now I'm getting more of the lavender too that's in the scent note. So very nice, very well blended. I like when soaps and splashes have the same notes, but more comes out in the splash versus the soap and vice versa. So you can get kind of the full picture of the scent notes, but a little bit different with each one, if that makes sense. I don't know. But that smells great. And unfortunately, as of right now, I'm still holding out on buying anything, but eventually I will be getting this. So let's review. Today, I used the can't talk. The Murphy and McNeil Pisgah, and it was a very nice scent. And I had the matching splash, thanks to Adam, for both of those. And we used the winning razor with a brand new Astra Superior Platinum green pack. Very smooth shave, very mild, and the brush was the Sawdust Creations brush that I put a 26mm bore knot that's gelled from Milton. Thanks Milton. He does a great job with these knots. The bowl was the PAA Phoenix Shaving stainless steel bowl with the dog lick mat. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing and see you next time.